Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here and welcome back to the next episode of our SWE Universe Mode. This is our second Octane pay-per-view, Ascension, and we've got a massive card on for you this evening. 5 championships being decided, and of course, we'll find out the new members of Balor Club. And we're right into our first match of the evening, and this one is going to be Epico and Primo the Colognes taking on the first 2 members to be announced of Finn Balor's Balor Club stable. Now, because of the surprise aspect of tonight's show and introducing new members of the roster, that's why we skipped the little beginning package that I normally do for these pay-per-views. It just wouldn't make sense because it would have ruined all the surprise, really, wouldn't it? So we've ignored that. I want to just address as well, I just want to apologise for the lack of videos recently, and the more eagle-eared out there of you may have heard that I am moving house pretty soon, and the time frame's been reduced quite significantly, so it's all happening a bit quick at the moment, and I've literally really struggling to get everything done. I got a load of new stuff to sort out for the new house, and get everything packed up for my old place as well, and get things moving. So I think over the next month or so, maybe even till the end of June, the upload's going to be a bit slow. I'm still going to try and knock out the SWE for you as much as I possibly can. And we are going to be starting our special show pretty soon as well. I've teased it a few times now. The World Cup of Wrestling is coming into the channel after the end of this Octane Universe Mode, ready for the Football World Cup. We're going to try and compete. And here we are then, the first 2 members of Finn Balor's Balor Club stable. For some reason they've decided to no longer do their entrance, which is weird. We will have to address that. I don't know why it's done that for, to be honest. That's weird. That is weird. So the first 2 members then of Finn Balor's stable is Sheamus and Cesaro. Of course, Cesaro, fantastic wrestler. Of course, Sheamus being Irish as well. These 2 guys fit in with Finn Balor perfectly. And I feel like they are going to be very, very good to face off against the likes of the club, Gallows and Anderson, Tama Tonga and Tangaroa, and who else have we got? I'm missing one, aren't I? Am I missing one? I'm lost. I know there's 4 teams, isn't there? I'm going to have to consult my paperwork. Oh, the Young Bucks, come on, the Young Bucks, of course. So I dare say that Epico and Primo are not going to put on the... Well, they're saying that Epico and Primo have surprised us a few times so far. They've had some pretty impressive performances so far. Really, when we thought they were going to get absolutely destroyed, they've done actually pretty well. And tonight could be another one of those opportunities at a pay-per-view, chance to really prove what they've got. So yeah, I'm a little bit worried about their movement to my new house. The reason I said maybe the end of June is because getting my internet sorted and everything like that as well could take a bit of time. So I have already organised my internet and everything to be fitted and installed. It's just down to if there's any issues and so forth, or any issues with the move of my computer and so forth. And I've got a little bit of leeway to fall back onto, but hopefully there will not be too much of a difference for you guys. Nice jumping uppercut there by Cesaro, as Sheamus dropping the knees into the face of Epico or Primo. So yeah, a lot of big matches for you here this evening. Next up, we've got Marty Scurll versus Pete Dunne for the European Championship. We've got Prince Puma defending his Cruiserweight Championship against another member of Balor Club. Balor Club. We've got the Young Bucks taking on the club for the Tag Team Championship later on. Aleister Black takes on Hirumo Takahashi, and of course if Aleister Black gets the victory there, he will get the match against Tetsuya Naito at Shabby Mania. We will have Alpha Female, or Jazzy Gabert, defending her Women's Championship against another new member of Balor Club. And then, of course, our main event, Cody Rhodes versus Kenny Omega for the championship, the Cruiserweight, the Octane Championship. As Cesaro locking in that sharpshooter, and that is going to be enough for Cesaro and Sheamus to pick up a pretty simple victory here in the opening match of our SWE Ascension pay-per-view. Nice. So Cesaro and Sheamus are the first, well, not the first 2. Obviously Finn Balor's the first, but Cesaro and Sheamus aligning alongside Finn Balor as part of Balor Club. That stable's looking pretty awesome already. But what else does Finn Balor have up his sleeve later on this evening. He said he wanted to create a club of future upcomers to rival what's currently happening in the world. Rival Bullet Club, rival the Elite, and of course rival the club as well. Look at that very European uppercut there by Cesaro. Big backbreaker by Sheamus, and just so much dominance in this match by these two. We've seen a lot of people struggle against the Clones so far in this Universe mode. They've always the Clones have always come out on the losing side, but people have generally struggled to really get that an easy victory over them, but tonight was the case. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's happening here with the entrance and everything's gone. Oh. What is this dodgy cutscene all about? I don't know. Either way, it's worked this way anyway, isn't it? This is actually their celebration. This is the old celebration. When they were still a little bit argy-bargy, wasn't it? It works nonetheless. I don't think I've seen this yet. Good times. Got that milk. This is a long old one, this, isn't it? Right, let's skip the rest of it. It's done. It's done now, isn't it? Yeah, I was gonna say let's skip the rest of this. It's done. And here's our next match of the evening and our first championship match as Pete Dunne challenges Marty Scurll for the European Championship. And of course, Marty Scurll will be coming to the ring by Kenny Omega. Interesting by Kenny to be out here right now. You'd think he might want to be backstage preparing for his main event match, but instead deciding to come out and support his stablemate Marty Scurll. So of course, don't forget, a couple of weeks ago we saw the the introduction of Adam Cole into our Octane Universe mode, and he personally called out Marty Scurll. He said he joined AJ Styles and joined the club because, like AJ Styles himself, were both kicked out of Bullet Club forcefully, and he wanted retribution. He wants retribution against Marty Scurll, and maybe he might get that here. Well, not necessarily here, but in SWE Octane, I'm sure that Adam Cole will get some chance to get some retribution against Marty Scurll at least. But tonight, Marty cannot be thinking about Adam Cole. He needs to think solely about this right man right here, of course, Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne defeated the British Bulldog to get this opportunity. But can he go all the way and defeat Marty Scurll and actually get his championship back? I think he used to actually be the champion, didn't he? And here comes... this is just... good old game, eh? Good old freaking game. Okay, well, let's skip Marty Scurll's entrance, considering Marty's not actually there. It's just decided to show us Kenny Omega instead. Yeah. Bizarre to say the least, but that's what it's for then, the European Championship. Introducing first then the challenger from the West Midlands in England. It's Pete Dunne. It's Pete Dunne, isn't it? It's a terrible accent, I apologise. Wasn't that bad. I do live there, so I can get away with it a little bit. Oh, look to it, Lord, though. He's great, isn't it? I'm going for the European Championship. So then Marty Scurll hands over the belt. Will be handed the belt back at the end of the match. This is going to be a crazy match. I think the quality of both these men just oozes The bell goes and we are underway. Marty Scurll versus Pete Dunne. Two of the strongest men here that Octane has to offer. Oh, nice leg drop there by Marty Scurll. And Marty's in control of the early part of the match. Of course, he will try and weaken that neck and the upper shoulders just to try and weaken him down for that potential chicken wing later on in the match. Wow, what a crossbody. That was pretty brutal, wasn't it? And Marty is in firm control at this point in time, actually. I thought it was going pretty evenly for a while. But now Marty really taking some control, and just having Kenny Omega on the outside as well is really gonna help the confidence of Marty Scurll. And not only that, but we've seen already in this universe mode how much these guys can get involved in the matches and really swing the results as well. So should Pete Dunne get some offense, it might just not be enough. Nice jawbreaker there by Pete Dunne, and oh, Pete was going for a big swing there, and Marty caught him. And now slamming him face first into the top turnbuckle pad. Dunne with Insiguri, boot right to the side of the face of Marty Scurll. Marty cracked skull now after that. And Dunne is finally getting some offense. Look for the gorilla press. Oh, dropped him in the uppercut. Wow. And now all of a sudden, that's rocked Marty Scurll. Now Pete Dunne is in control. He's like I say, he's completely rocked with that. And now Dunne looking to do some damage of his own and going after that arm. Oh, slamming it into the mat. And Pete Dunne in control at this point in time. Can he retain the control? We've seen it so many times in the past. Just takes one silly maneuver. Like this is high risk. Oh, but he caught me with the drop kick. Skull's back up on his feet, but Dunne catches him straight with a forearm, and Scurll fighting back. But Dunne with a big knee strike across the gut, and oh, wow. A jumping knee right on the side of the face of Marty Scurll. This is what I said earlier on about Kenny Omega being at ringside, just distracting Pete Dunne and allowing Marty Scurll to turn the match back around with that backdrop. And only enough to get himself a 2 count. But Dunne once again taking some control, looking in for that pump handle, and drops him. Wow. Omega up on the top now, taking the top turnbuckle pad off, distracting the referee, and that has made the referee has missed that pin by Dunne, and Marty Scurll able to turn it around with a jawbreaker, and now into that tornado DDT. A big knee right on the side of the face as well. There's a snapmare by Marty Scurll. In real control at this point in time now. And just that just having the Kenny Omega at ringside really does help him, doesn't it? Just that extra bit of confidence. Not only that, just that extra bit of knowing that when the match does become a little bit too much, you have the ability to basically cheat your way back into it with the interference. As Marty now pings Pete Dunne around into the chicken wing. Drops him, grapevine for legs. Is Pete Dunne going to tap? He does. And Marty Scurll retains the European Championship here. Wow. But like I said earlier on, Marty Scurll, I think, is going to have to deal with Adam Cole very, very soon. Adam Cole wants some retribution. Marty Scurll offered a handshake here, and Pete Dunne accepting a handshake. Wow. What does this mean for the relationship here? This is interesting, this. And although what it could mean, and I'm going to go a little bit off here, what it could mean is that both these guys are actually be part of the English team for the World Cup. So maybe trying to build some teamwork and some camaraderie before that World Cup, and maybe they could be a real force to be reckoned with in that. And here's our next match of the evening, our Junior Heavyweight Championship match. And I believe we are going to find out the next member of Balor Club. And that member is going to be getting an opportunity at the Junior Heavyweight Championship right now against Prince Puma. Okay. This game is so fucking broken, it's unbelievable, isn't it? Ah! This game has completely ruined everything. It's completely ruined everything. Basically it's Neville. Neville is the next member of Balor Club. The game has decided to completely break down. It's decided to completely ignore the fact that this is supposed to be a two-man entrance, as you can tell. You can see the rope movement where the guy is, but yeah, okay. It's Neville. Neville is the fourth member of Balor Club. Let's just skip the rest of this bloody... What a disappointment. This game, I don't know what's wrong with it. It's been out for so long now. And it's got so many problems, and yet every single year they don't fix the bloody problems. Fucking game. And there is then our Junior Heavyweight Champion. The man who the game keeps deciding should not have the championship and keeps taking it off him every single night. I have to keep putting it back on every time. Mr. Prince Puma. And we've got some really cool stuff, I think, lined up for our Shabby-Mania next month. For the big championship night. 10 matches on the card. The Junior Heavyweight Championship will be one of those matches. PJ Tovey, of course, took it to another level when he put the Cruiserweight Championship inside the Elimination Chamber. And I need to try and bring a match that's just as good, if not better. So, after the game ruined the surprise, Neville is your newest member to Balor Club, alongside both Sheamus and Cesaro from earlier on this evening. And Prince Puma will be hoping that he can successfully retain that championship. Of course, the championship he won at the last pay-per-view. Puma holds over the belt. So far, we've seen one championship defended successfully. Can Puma make it two? We'll see our first championship change of the evening. The referee holds the belt up high, trying to fulfill all of his lives and dreams. The bell goes and we are underway. Neville versus Prince Puma. Puma now bringing Neville back up to his feet. Neville fighting back with that stiff right hand in the gut before dropping him. And Puma taking some control back. This should be a pretty interesting match, really. Both guys, fantastic high flyers. We're going to see some really awesome stuff here, I think. And so far we're seeing that from Puma. Nice springboard frog splash. And Puma is really in control. Neville really struggling. I thought that Neville might walk this one, to be honest. Here he does get some offense back with that springboard. But jawbreaker there by Puma turns it back around. Neville turns it straight back around again. Neville started to take more control about those standing corkscrew moonsault. Now stalking the grounded Prince Puma, who slowly gets back up to his feet into a springboard drop kick. Not enough still though. What a night it would be for Balor Club if they can instantly take some gold straight away. We also know, of course, that Finn Balor has a member of Balor Club going for the Women's Championship later on this evening. So they could technically walk out with 2 championships at the end of the evening, which would be an incredible night for their debut, wouldn't it, really? Neville now, big right hand in the face of Balor. Now take it to Balor. That's not Balor. As Puma taking him up into the superplex. Nice dragon screw there by Prince Puma. A good back and forth match this one. It's not dominated in any sort of direction. It's good back and forth. Puma now taking Neville up into that suplex. We've seen this before from Puma. The Northern Light into the vertical suplex. And now Puma stalking Neville, takes him up onto his shoulders. Oh, dropping him boot first into the face. Finn Balor can't believe it. What a match this has been. Oh, and Neville does manage to kick out. But Prince Puma heading up top, looking for that 450. Neville rolled out the way. But Puma once again straight away taking Neville down. Puma bringing Neville back into the ring the hard way as well. It is very back and forth. No one's really taking much control at this point in time. It's just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and nobody's really taken complete control. Great dragon suplex there by Neville, only enough for a 2 count. And there it is, the Rings of Saturn locked in by Neville. Is he going to, if he taps out, yeah, he does tap out. We've got a brand new junior heavyweight champion in Neville. And it also means we've had 3 submission victories and 3 matches as well, which is pretty insane. Wow. Brand new junior heavyweight champion then in Neville. What a crazy match. Like I said, it wasn't necessarily the high flying that I expected. But it was a real good back and forth match. And it ended up with Neville locking in that Rings of Saturn and becoming your brand new Junior Heavyweight Champion. Neville happy with his night's work, and as he should be. Balor Club have gold on their very first night of existence. But can they have dual gold? And here is our next match of the evening. It is going to be for the Octane Tag Team Championships. And this one's also going to be a Tornado, but it's going to be Tornado Extreme rules. Just to throw a little bit of interest in there. You know, a bit of fun. Bit of a giggle. So this should be a very interesting match, this one then. You've got a real difference in styles. You've got the big, strong style of the club, Anderson and Gallows. And then you have got, of course, the fast-paced, high-flying showmanship that is the Young Bucks as well. So pretty interesting to see which way this one goes. Very back and forth. But of course it is the Young Bucks who are the current tag team champions. And of course Gallows and Anderson, I don't think they've ever held gold so far in SWE. So this will be the first chance for them to hold some gold. Of course Gallows and Anderson recently brought back into SWE from... I don't know where they were. Where were they actually? What brand were they on? I think they might have been on Throwdown. And brought back to Octane by AJ Styles to reform the club. And it's gone pretty badly for Bullet Club, hasn't it, over the past few weeks. Of course, when Omega and the Elite split, we saw a victory for Omega and the Young Bucks against Tama Tonga Tangaroa and Bad Luck Fale. Then the next week we saw the debut of these two guys, who defeated Tama Tonga and Tangaroa in that #1 contendership match. So it's not been great for Bullet Club, who also, of course, in episode 4, was it episode 4? Yeah, episode 4 put out an open invitation to Finn Balor to join the club, or to join the Bullet Club, and Finn Balor declined and decided to join his own stable, which has already got gold. So at this point in time, the Elite have gold with, of course, the Tag Team Championships. Balor Club now has gold with the Junior Heavyweight Championship. The club yet to hold gold, but they're still quite new. And Bullet Club, the stable that Cody Rhodes wanted so much, and so much has been taken away from him now as well, are currently holding nothing. And there's no opportunity tonight apart from, of course, Cody Rhodes. Of course they did he hold. Cody Rhodes has got the Octane Champion. I'll just ignore me. I'm talking bollocks now. I built all that up and then I realised it was completely bloody wrong. Cody Rhodes has got the Octane Championship, although he does have to defend that this evening against Kenny Omega. So the Elite could walk out with a lot of gold tonight. Of course, see Mighty Scurll defend his European Championship successfully already. The Young Bucks here are defending their Tag Team Championships if they were to retain. And then if Kenny Omega was to win back his Octane Championship later on this evening, then the Elite will be looking like an incredibly strong stable. I completely buggered that entire sentence up, didn't I? That's because I've not recorded a video in like 2 weeks. I've not recorded anything in about 2 weeks because I've been trying to get ready. I didn't realise I had that much crap, to be honest. I've got so many boxes everywhere. It's unbelievable. I just did not realise I owned that much crap. I sold quite a bit of stuff, though. I managed to sell my Wii for 50 quid. I know. Surprised me as well. 50 quid for the Wii. That's 15 years old, that console now. Big knee in the face there by Matt Jackson. And, of course, it is Tornado Extreme rules, so no disqualifications, no countouts. First pinfall or submission wins the match. Of course, everybody is legal. Nice right hand there by Kyle Anderson. A big super kick to the gut. Into the front chancery and nice dragon screw. And a boot across the chest of Matt Jackson. Nick is on his way on the outside, and Nick looking for a little bit of help here. A little bit of an equalizer, maybe. A back elbow. At the moment, the Bucks are in control of the match as... Wow, Nick just sent Luke Gallows right into the ring post. Although Karl Anderson is taking some control in the middle of the ring against Matt Jackson, who went for the drop kick, and Anderson avoided it. And now once again the Bucks are in full control of the match. But for how long will it last? Gallows, nice big boot. An elbow in the face of Nick Jackson. All of a sudden, the club are in control on the outside, and you see Karl Anderson just sending Matt Jackson up the ramp and trying to split the two up. As Gallows in the middle of the ring now taking Nick Jackson up into a powerbomb position, and buckle bomb. Wow. A boot in the back, and Karl Anderson doing a Titus O'Neil there and tripping over on his way back into the ring. He pulled a Titus. That was hilarious. That was one of the best moments of my life when I saw that, I must admit. It was just so bloody funny. So funny. Nick sending Luke Gallows off the far side, now running him through, and a big boot across the chest, and Matt Jackson copying a boot across the back as well. Bucks once again taking control of the match. Nick Jackson, nice senton. Matt Jackson now heading to the outside, as Nick does as well. And both under the ring looking for some help. And Matt Jackson has a sledgehammer. Wow. And Nick Jackson has a baseball bat. And poor old Luke Gallows has just had his ass handed to him there. In the nicest possible way. Well, the referee gets completely flattened there by Luke Gallows. As Matt Jackson now... Wow, Matt Jackson buckle bombing Luke Gallows. Matt Jackson been on the roids there if he can carry that. Nice running strike there by Karl Anderson on Nick Jackson. And there has been some pretty good back and forth in this one, actually. Both these teams showcasing some great talent. Nick now with the X Factor on Karl Anderson. Luke Gallows on the outside. Can they take advantage while they've got a 2-on-1 inside the ring? Nick Jackson heading up top. Potential 450 maybe? Yep, there's the 450. Hooks the leg for the pin. Gallows down the outside. 1, 2, and 3. And there we go. The Elite successfully retain the Tag Team Championships. The Young Bucks looking fantastic here. Wow. I'm surprised. I honestly did not see them doing this. I just thought the strength advantage of Gallows and Anderson might just be a little bit too much for them, but evidently not the case here. And the Young Bucks successfully retain the Octane Tag Team Championships. We are the heroes. And there was that 450. Matt Jackson was there. And Luke Gallows had just barely got back up to his feet and had no chance getting back in the ring and breaking that one up. And there we go. Then the Elite, Matt and Nick Jackson, successfully retain the Octane Tag Team Championships. And I dare say they probably won't end up defending them again now until Shabby Mania. I think that's the case. But who will they be defending them against? That's the question, and we are going to be finding out very, very soon. But there we go. That is... What's that now then? That's 2 successfully retained championships and 1 brand new champion. So, if Kenny Omega was to win the Octane Championship back in the main event, then all the Elite would hold gold. And here is our next match of the evening. It is going to be Aleister Black taking on Hirumo Takahashi. And of course this one was the challenge set out by Tetsuya Naito. Essentially, if Aleister Black can defeat Takahashi, then Aleister Black will get the match against Naito at Shabby Mania that he so desires. Of course, a bit of retribution. He's got some sort of retribution already, of course. And that's basically from the match we were due to have on the very first episode of Octane, Naito versus Aleister Black, which did not go ahead. As Naito assaulted Black from behind during his entrance. Black made his debut a few weeks back, and like I said, getting some sort of retribution. But still not quite enough for him. He attacked Naito during his entrance. But yeah, he still wants more. He still wants more, and he's going to get more. If he can defeat Takahashi here, which I feel like the amount of aggression he has in him, soul, might just be enough to pull him through this one. I do like Aleister Black, although his entrance is incredibly long. Incredibly long. I do like it. He's one of my favourites, as I said before. Watched him a lot around Europe. And for some reason, I never expected him to sign with WWE. It was a surprise. I mean, it was a very pleasant surprise. I don't know why I didn't expect it. It's just maybe his look or from where he was and that sort of stuff. I just thought that he wouldn't get the opportunity. And then as soon as I heard WWE interested, I was like, yes, get in. This is exactly what they need, this sort of character. Because they still haven't really... They haven't really replaced The Undertaker. I'm not going to say that Aleister Black is going to replace The Undertaker, but that sort of dark character on the main roster. Of course, they've got Bray Wyatt, but that really never really came forward like everyone expected it to. And I really wish they would have saved Undertaker's first loss and given it to Bray Wyatt, because that would have really been the chance to hand over the torch and really build Bray Wyatt into something special rather than someone who's going to job for Matt Hardy for the next year. So that was disappointing for me, but Aleister Black does have this very dark, twisted nature about him. I do feel like he could be one that will be a way to fill in that part of the roster. And can you imagine just putting him up against some of the guys already on the main roster? Can you imagine him versus AJ Styles, for example? Can you imagine AJ going for that phenomenal forearm and getting caught with a black mass or something like that in the face? That would be insane. And here we go then, Aleister Black versus Tetsuya Naito. Black wins, he gets his match against... Nope, not Tetsuya Naito. Hirumo Takahashi. If he gets the win here, then he gets to face off against Tetsuya Naito. My mind's gone completely out of it now, hasn't it? Nice knee in the face by Black, now into a front chancery, and a big knee in the face once again. And that's the one thing that Black is going to have a big advantage on here, is just his striking capability. It's just so dangerous. Just a single strike can knock you unconscious, and that is the match there and then. And he knows if he can keep Takahashi grounded like the way he is at the moment, then he's got a much better chance. Well, Takahashi likes to move more with his speed and so forth. That's how Takahashi's going to get a win. So if Black can keep him fairly grounded, which he was doing. Struggling a bit now, though. Takahashi and Aleister Black over the top, then spearing him to the outside. And Takahashi up on the middle rope. Celebration time. Now on the outside, Dragon Suplex, folding Aleister Black in half. And now into the head scissors as well. Black now, nice. Nice T-bone suplex. The fight continues on the outside. If Aleister Black wins by counter, it'll be enough for him, I suppose. He'll get the match. Takahashi bringing Black back up to his feet, sends him into the ring. Like I say, a good back and forth match this one so far. Both guys have had some good opportunities. Takahashi there with the pin, only enough for a 2 count though. Nice right hand now into a backdrop. Takahashi gets caught to the knee in the gut by Aleister Black, then into a nice Saito suplex. Aleister Black heads up top. We've seen it before with a double foot stomp. No. He waits out. Oh, nice spinning heel kick, taking Takahashi down. Spinning heel kick from the top rope. Not often you see maneuvers like that. And now he's up top. And there is the double foot stomp by Aleister Black. We don't see an attempt at a black mass. Interesting. I thought he might have gone for it there, but now taking Takahashi up on his shoulders. Takahashi slides free into a backdrop. Nice drop kick there by Takahashi. And Takahashi are locking in the triangle choke. Aleister Black just slamming Takahashi down. And into a nice ace crusher. Very nice. There's the pin. 1, 2. Oh, only a 2 count. Getting closer. And here we go. Aleister Black slowly lifting Takahashi up. There it is. The black mass kicking the face straight off the head of Takahashi. And no, Takahashi kicked out. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Aleister Black now wrenching back at the arm. Takahashi fighting back. Aleister Black has tried so much here. Double foot stomp. The black mass, but still not enough to keep Takahashi down. Makes you wonder whether Naito really wants the match. Making Aleister Black go through this. Does he really want the match, or is he trying to avoid the match? It's interesting, isn't it? Takahashi now up on the middle rope. Nice drop kick. Takahashi now sending Aleister Black into the corner. Takes him up high. What is he going for here? High risk maneuver, but also high reward as well. Oh, and there is the high risk as Aleister Black fighting back, just pushing Takahashi away into the double knees. Black once again heading up to the top. There's the double foot stomp. Wow, what a match this has been. Actually, it's been pretty good. But doesn't go for the pin. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. I thought he would have gone for the pin there, to be honest. Nice brainbuster. And now he prepares for the black mass. There it is. Black drops into a pin. 1, 2. Wow. Takahashi's kicked out again. I don't quite understand this game sometimes. I can't understand how he's hit his finisher twice and he's kicked out of both. I'm a little bit confused. But there you go. Nice attack in the back there by Takahashi. Now bringing Aleister Black up into that short, sharp DDT. And Takahashi's showing off a little bit. I think he needs to probably take advantage of the situation. He's got Aleister Black grounded. He needs to try and turn things around. Takahashi bringing Black back up. This would be typical now. If Takahashi was to get one finisher and win the match, it would be really typical. There's that big front slam into the pin. 1, 2. And Aleister Black kicks out. Crazy match, this one. Absolutely crazy, crazy match. Takahashi in the black into the corner. Is he going to high risk again? I think he is, you know. Very risky here. Takahashi's superplex finally hits it. Heading over the top. Into the nice over the top flip. Slammy thingy majiggy. Went for the ace crusher, but Aleister Black saw it coming. Nice enziguri, kick in the face. Straight off the head. Now he's going high risk once again. Maybe another double foot stomp. Another double foot stomp. Surely, there's no way this guy's going to last much longer. Surely. Nice deadlift. German bridges for the pin. 1, 2, and no. Wow. How is this match not finished? Another big ace crusher. And if this does not win the match, I don't know what is going to be honest. Another black mass. Into the pin. Surely. Surely. Surely it is. Aleister Black does pick up the victory. And he will get that match against Tetsuya Naito then. At Shabby Mania. Wow. Wow. It's be pretty awesome actually. I'm looking forward to that. Very much so. I mean, this match was good enough as it is. My God, I cannot believe that it went as long as it took. 3 black masses to actually keep Takahashi down, which I think is insane, to be honest. Really insane. As Aleister Black takes a seat. That is a custom way of sitting, isn't it? Aleister Black, fantastic victory for him. He now gets the opportunity in a few weeks' time to get his hands on Tetsuya Naito. And here we go next then with the Women's Championship match. And we're going to be finding out our next member of the Balor Club stable. Challenging for the Women's Championship. Oh my God, this fucking game is so fucking broken. Why is this game so shit? It's unbelievable. So once again, the game has decided it's going to completely blank out the person. The big reveal for this match. It's Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch is the next member, there she is finally, of Balor Club. I cannot believe this bloody game, I tell you. Really, really is bad. How could it be so broken still? It's unbelievable. So Becky Lynch will be taking on our Octane Women's Champion, of course, Jazzy Gabert. Jazzy has been absolutely dominant since winning the champion. Well, since joining the roster, actually. And the battery's low on the controller. There you go. Let's plug that bad boy in. There it is. Let's get some charge on the old controller. Last thing I need is a cutting out midway through the match. It's happened before. It's happened before, it'll happen again. So, can Becky Lynch be the one to take this Octane Women's Championship away from Jazzy Gabert, or will she defend it successfully once again? It's not going to be easy. Both these ladies, fantastic competitors. And eventually, Jazzy is going to come a scupper. She's, like I say, she's absolutely dominated everyone so far. But can she dominate Becky Lynch one-on-one? She's dominated the likes of Tessa Blanchard. Was one, I think, in the previous season. Toni Storm was in that one as well. She hammered Toni Storm. She really has been incredibly, incredibly good. But Becky Lynch, I think Becky's going to need to use her submissions to try and win this one. I don't think she's going to have a chance of outpowering Jazzy, of course. It's bloody game. I'm going to have to really have a look at these entrances and so forth. They really haven't worked, have they? Just everything's just gone cockeyed tonight, I tell you. These iffy entrances where people aren't... Why aren't people showing up? That's every single entrance for Balor Club is bugged out tonight. I don't quite understand it. I really don't understand it, you know. I don't understand it at all. From the West Country. Jazzy sending Becky off, and I think she quite got all that clothesline she intended, to be honest. Jazzy now taking Becky up. You see the Balor Club markings on the rear end of Becky Lynch, which is pretty cool. She's getting dropped on her rear end quite a bit at the moment. Becky bringing Jazzy back up to you. You see the size difference there when the two of them stood next to each other. Nice drop kick. Stiff right hands here by Jazzy. Missed the swinging back fist, and that gave Becky an opportunity to carry on. Becky slamming the arm of Jazzy into the mat, doing some damage. And that's what you need to do. That's how you need to build yourself up. You need to really push hard and damage that arm as much as you possibly can for that potential disarmer later on in the match. That's what Becky needs to do. Just keep thinking about the long-term plan. She's not going to be able to hit anything big that's going to finish the match instantly. It's going to have to be a slow process, I feel. I keep forgetting what I'm going to say, you know. I get halfway through it and then it just disappears. Jazzy sending Becky Lynch straight into the ring steps. And is Jazzy going to win this one by count out? No, she's not. Nice one, Jazzy. Well done. I respect you for that. I really do. You could have won it iffily, but you decided against it. You wanted to win it properly, and I feel like you probably could do it. And she doesn't want any hyphens in the record book. She wants to show that she can beat anybody. She doesn't want to see win by count out or anything like that. It's just not about that for her. She wants to prove that she is the alpha female. She is the dominant person. Jazzy sending Becky back into the ring. Gets back in herself. Cutting it pretty close there, weren't she, really? Oh, what a German suplex. Jazzy Gabert is destroying Becky Lynch here, you know. Got the female Brock Lesnar we got here. There's the pin. 1, 2. Wow, Jazzy Gabert has just destroyed, and I mean destroyed, Becky Lynch here. Wow. That was difficult to watch, to be honest. I'm sure that Becky will want another opportunity, but based on that result and how that's gone, I don't know if Becky's going to get another opportunity here, to be honest. That was insane. Really, really insane. And there we go. Jazzy retains the Women's Championship. Finn Balor disappointed, but I think also worried about the sheer physicality that Becky's just taken. Now, Becky tried her best, but as soon as that fight went to the outside, and became less about wrestling and more about fighting. And Jazzy Gabert just had the advantage, really. But there we go. Right, main event time. Here we go, the main event of the evening. Kenny Omega goes one-on-one with Cody Rhodes. Well, one-on-one-ish. For the Octane Championship. Of course, it was won by Cody. Where's my controller gone? There it is. It was won by Cody last month in the All or Nothing pay-per-view in that fatal 4-way elimination match. In that match, of course, he won not only the Octane Championship, but the leadership of Bullet Club, which has, of course, led to the certain members leaving Bullet Club and rival clubs being created as well. It's been pretty crazy so far the last month or so, hasn't it? As we've speculated a few times, Cody can't be too happy with the situation, and I think Cody must be the most annoyed really with Kenny Omega, because Kenny took the European Champion and the Tag Team Champions away from Bullet Club by recreating their own elite stable. Okay, well, it looks like the game has decided that Nick... Is that Nick? That Matt Jackson should be the leader of this little stable. Okay, that's fine. Never floats your boat. Whatever floats your boat. At least we've actually got the right people in this entrance. The last two have really done my head in, I must admit. Oh, it's so annoying the way that it's all happened, I tell you. It's so annoying the way it's all happened. Bloody game. Hey ho. So of course Nick and Matt Jackson successfully retained their tag team championships earlier on this evening when they defeated Gallows and Anderson of the club. And I'm sure the Guerrillas of Destiny would want an opportunity at these two as well in the near future. Of course, they lost in the #1 contendership match not long ago. Why is Kenny not the main man in this entrance? Yeah, the entrance is doing my head in, I tell you. Elite Trios entrance. I have to write that down and have a look at that in a second as well. So Balor Club's entrance aren't working. The Elite's Trio entrance isn't working either. So I just dropped a Pokeball. So there he is then, Kenny Omega, the former Octane Champion, looking to become the two-time Octane... Wow. Okay. Looks like Bullet Club Trio's entrance is the same. Basically, we want Cody Rhodes at the front of that, but instead we have got Tangaloa. Tangaroa, it confuses me, to be honest with you. I'm sure he changed his name a few times. So, of course, we will have our next episode of Octane for you tomorrow, hopefully. As I said, I'm struggling with the recordings at the moment with packing. I'm literally surrounded by boxes at the moment as well. What do we have planned in for tomorrow? Ooh, yes, we do. We have some good stuff planned in for tomorrow, I think. Gonna see some nice matches, including Tommaso Ciampa versus Evil. Ooh, very nice. Settle for Tommaso Ciampa versus Evil any day of the week. And also the Revival versus the New Day scheduled in for tomorrow's episode as well. So don't forget to check that bad boy out. I'm just going to slowly just skip past. We're getting a bit on the entrances now. We're getting a little bit crazy, aren't we? Oh, we'll be done now anyway, aren't we, really? Rocking the old Evolution entrance there. We'll have to have a look at doing a Universe mode at some point where Evolution's involved. I think that'd be pretty cool. So this is what it's all for then, the Octane Championship and Retribution. Omega wants his championship back. Rhodes wants to sort of just fight away some of his anger, I suppose. I don't think he was too disappointed. Well, he would have been disappointed. I don't think he was too disappointed with losing the Young Bucks and losing Marty Scurll. I think he was more disappointed in losing the championships because Bullet Club were in control of those championships. And when Omega walked away with the Bucks and Marty Scurll, they took the majority of the gold the Bullet Club owned. The only bit of gold they continued to own them was this Octane Championship. And tonight, that could be all over. If Omega wins this championship back, then the Elite are literally going to be the Elite. They're going to hold every bit of gold. Of course, apart from the Women's Championship, which is currently held by Jazzy Gabert. So at this point in time, the Women's Championship is the only thing not held by one of the 4 battling clubs. Referee fulfills his lifelong ambition of holding the championship up high. And this one is about to get underway. Referee rings the bell for this one-on-one bout that could be interesting with the men at ringside. The Young Bucks are there. Tama Tonga Tangaloa there as well. What influence, if any, are those guys going to have on this match? We're hoping not too much, but you never know. You never quite know. Nice front chancery there. Now, oh, a big knee right in the face. Omega now dropping Cody Rhodes flat on his front. Nice bit of little collegiate wrestling here, just holding him. Trying to control the match, trying to control the pace. And now Rhodes with a headlock. Rhodes now dropping Omega with a side effect. And then a boot in the knee as well. Rhodes bringing Omega back up to his feet into the turnbuckle. Somehow Omega caught the leg of Rhodes and then dropped him in that, almost like a rock bottom there. Oh, but Omega taking that top turnbuckle pad off. That could be an interesting one. Be interesting to see what sort of well, what's he gonna try and do with that top turnbuckle pad missing. Or might it come back to bite him on the backside? Omega getting caught with that right hand in the gut, and now, oh, Rhodes getting pinged off the ropes. Oh, a nice sweeping kick right across the knees of Rhodes. Nice DDT, spiked almost as well. Omega now bringing Rhodes back up to his feet. Up on the shoulder and dropping him neck first across that top rope. And now Omega wrenching back of the head. Doing some damage here. But Rhodes slipping free. I'm sorry, I'm starting to lose my voice. My throat's getting sore and sore. And there we go. Omega using that turnbuckle that he took the pad off earlier on this evening. Steel right to the spine of Cody Rhodes. And now Omega taking more and more control of this one. How good would this be for... Yeah, how good would this be for the Elite if they could walk away with this gold as well? I'm really losing track. There we go. I'm losing track of my pages here. Cody with the arm breaker there on Omega. Spins him round now, looking to take him up. Oh, dropped him face first, but his neck caught that middle rope. That steel woven wire. That could seriously do incredible damage. A boot in the face there by Rhodes on Omega. And then up to the top with a nice crossbody. Whose crossbody is that? I'm not sure whose crossbody that is. I hope you didn't hear my yawn there for a second. It's quite late at night now. I must admit I'm struggling. I want to go to sleep. I'm very, very tired. I'm stuck in Brummie now. That's your fault. What about Pete Dunne stuff? There's the pin. One. Only a 1 count. So far, we've seen nothing of Guerrillas of Destiny or Young Bucks getting involved in this one. They've been pretty well behaved at this point in time, and Oh, nice roll up there by Kenny Omega on Cody. 1, 2. Oh, and Cody kicked out on the 2. Out of nowhere, Kenny with that roll up though. Imagine winning the championship like that with a quick little roll up. Omega now heading up to the middle rope. Willing Cody Rhodes back up to his feet. Nice drop kick. Cody being brought back up to his feet by Omega now. Hooks the arms. What's he looking for here? Oh, wow. A butterfly pile driver. Cody is down and out, but has Omega got enough to take full advantage of finish him off? He's going for a stretch muffler now. Wow, stretch muffler locked in by Kenny Omega here on Cody Rhodes. Not a maneuver we've seen Omega use very much in the past, but it's very effective nonetheless until he gets a boot in the face at least. Cody now into a Northern Lights suplex. Omega catching his ankles on those bottom ropes could be very dangerous. Cody now bringing Omega back at his feet. Stiff right hand. Omega back up into a second. Cody springs off the ropes into a clothesline in the corner, into a bulldog. Omega now back up at his feet with Cody, who catches him and drops him face first, almost like a flatliner. And now Cody all of a sudden taking control of this match and looking like the more obvious option to win and retain his championship. Cody brings Omega back up to his feet. Looking for a backdrop, but Omega slid free into a sling blade. Wow. Omega starting to feel it now. Oh, what a chop that was. He chopped Cody out of his boots there. Clothesline. Into a second clothesline. Into a super kick. Super kick party begins. Omega now bringing Cody back up to his feet. Looking for that right hand, but Cody fights back with a right hand of his own. And a bit of vice versa now. And there is the ripcord knee strike by Kenny Omega on Cody Rhodes. That could knock him flat out, and Omega's not going to go for the pin. He's going to continue the assault. Takes him up onto his shoulders. This could be dangerous here for Cody. He could lose his championship straight away. There's the one wing angel. There's the pin. 1, 2. Oh, and he's kicked out. Wow. Cody freaking Rhodes has just kicked out. Wow, wow, wee, wah. That is insane. I cannot believe Cody's just kicked out of that, you know. Cody now dropping Omega face first onto that top turnbuckle pad. Nice takedown. Knees right in the chest. Cody now in control. There is a crossroads by Cody Rhodes on Kenny Omega, but does he have enough to crawl over and get the pin? He does just about drop into the pin. Referee took so long to trigger there, didn't he? My God, it's enough. It is enough in such a hard-fought match. Cody Rhodes finally did just about enough to get the pin. Wow. I can't believe that. That's the first time I've seen that little crawling pin actually work. It's pretty cool, actually. Pretty cool. I enjoyed that. It was the one wing angel, which wasn't enough to keep Cody down. Cody showed great resilience to retain that championship. And there we go. There we go. Cody retains the championship, gets a one-on-one victory over Kenny Omega. And I must say, I'm quite impressed about how well behaved both Gorillas of Destiny and the Young Bucks were in this match. But there we go. Kenny Omega, unfortunately, not able to take the rest of the gold back to Elite. Cody Rhodes retains the championship, and Cody Rhodes is going to see us out at the end of this show. So guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, then please do hit a like, and of course subscribe if you want to see some more. I've been Shabby Gamer, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for our next episode of SWE Octane. Bye.
The one, two,